Hey everyone, how is your Sunday going? I did something very bad. I started the wrong live stream. So sorry for all the confusion and the extra notifications. If you could just bear with me while I recreate that live stream, because that's something that I do want to chat about today. But while you're waiting for me to get that sorted, I'll tell you what, why don't Hey Bjorn, hopefully I pronounced your name right. I need to hear that audio recording again. I can't remember where you sent it to me, but I need to listen to it again. How you doing? I made a bit of a Sunday mistake. I started the wrong live stream. We're in the right live stream now, but I just need to recreate the old one. So if you could all bear with me for 1 second or 1 minute while I do that. But let me know how your live stream, your Sunday is going while I just recreate this, because like I said, I started the wrong one, which was very, very silly of me. But, I've never done that before. So the first time is, quite interesting, let's say. So that wasn't the best thing for me to do. So I am going to just recreate that live stream. I don't know if you all seen StreamYard. I know we're supposed to be about open source, and we will get to your projects in a moment. Just give me a few minutes. This is what I need to do. So you can see this was a live stream for June the 30th. Sorry, started June the 30th, but it was scheduled for next week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new one. So this is the one we're doing right now, but I am going to quickly create a new live stream for next week. So we'll head to YouTube, and I'm going to copy and paste the titles over. So I did really mess that one up. So I can just copy and paste it. It won't take a moment to create. And I'm looking forward to seeing your questions in the chat once I just copy and paste this over. Again, I like to do everything in public, so I'm super, super happy, for you to see it. I don't really hide anything. So this live stream is for 2 p.m., but not today. It is for next Sunday, which is what I really messed up. So next Sunday will be the 7th, I think. I do just need to upload a thumbnail. Hopefully I can get the old thumbnail. I can download. Here we go. So I think we are almost done. And like I said, thank you for your patience. What open source projects are you all working on this weekend? I have the creators registry behind. There we go. Apply. Right. I think this is good. And this is the good one. Create live stream. Okay. So that's for next Sunday. Doing good. Just finished the first coffee and tea chat. Oh, nice. What was your chat about? Let me know. So hopefully that creates, and then I can see it. So you go scheduled. Don't click start, Eddie. And I think I can close that, because on YouTube now on my channel, if I refresh, it should. Oh, yes. So this is the one now, and then this is the one for next week. Whew. Okay, I'm going to open the one for next week, because I am keen to talk about that in a moment. But right, let's get back to reviewing open source stuff. So I can close this. All is good. You've had a busy week. Been deploying EddieHub apps. Creator registry is now deployed. I think it's on a new domain, on a shorter domain. So it's on creators.eddiehub.org. And we've got more people signed up, which is awesome. I recognize this person here. So it's been busy, and I'm moving over the Finder project for EddieHub. I'm moving that over to our new private Vercel Heroku. But the DNS hasn't propagated, so that's since yesterday. So it's giving me a little bit of stress. Oh yes, you were live streaming on your mind map project. Ooh, let's review that if that's okay with you. I'd love to shout it out, review, and share some thoughts. Let me know if that's okay. Cool, that's good. Get to know each other. Yeah, I think getting to know each other on a personal level is really important. I think we collaborate a lot better. So can we have a look at your project? Do you mind? Is that okay? So it'll be GitHub, and it will be ID. I think I've seen it already. Oh, you've got more than one. You've got API bench. That's an org, but this is mini mind map. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Is this the project? Let me share it in the chat. Well done for not sharing the GitHub link in the chat, because YouTube will remove that. And I will just paste it in the chat as a link. Cool. You say you're happy for me to do it. It's not ready. That's fine. I'll just share some thoughts. When you do kind of get it ready, it might help. Who else do we have here? I see we've got 7 people online. Do say hi in the chat. We're all super friendly and supportive here. There are no bad questions. So yeah, do come and say hello. Right. So you've got a description. Love that. You've got a link as well. Again, I love that. I think it's so important. I know not everything has a link, but that's really good. And you've got like 3 to 4 to 5 lines of tags, which I think is important. So that's really good. I don't know if website is needed. Do people search for website? This helps you, makes you more discoverable. I think mind map is good, SAS is good, build space, and stuff like that. I just don't know about website. I'm not sure what this one is, but looks good. You got no releases. I recommend making a release, but maybe it's too early. So maybe just hide that for now. And then these are the languages that you're using. Oh, is there a missing image down here? Shall I refresh? I think you got a missing image here as well. Test it out here. Okay, it goes to the same link as above. But yeah, it looks good. Using master, I would recommend using main. That's been a standard for a while. It doesn't make any functional difference to the project. I just think it's just more consistent. Oh, we've got some more people in the chat. Awesome. Let's have a look. Hello, Durvesh, hopefully I pronounced that okay. Welcome. And VJ, welcome. Awesome to have you all here. Almost got 10 people here. I love it. I really appreciate you all coming to, geek out with me on a Sunday. I didn't even put the blue screen up. I was a bit lazy today. I was like, let's just get into some geeking out. Cool. Just finishing up the basics. No, makes sense. The way I check it, I like how you've hidden the wiki on top if you're not using it. So yeah, hide things that you're not using. I think is super important. If we go to the community standards, so you got the contributing guide. I would say create it, and this goes to everybody. I think not just for you, but with a lot of these files, I would say just create the file, and even if you just have one line, say coming soon. The reason why I say that is because it's easier for people to contribute to a file that already exists. Where if it doesn't exist yet, I just always find that a bit more challenging for people. So if you have a Discord or you want to push people to ask questions and GitHub discussions or whatever it is, just put a one line, like create the contributing file and put one line in. Come and chat to us in Discord, coming soon or whatever. Code of conduct, you can just hit propose and select one of those. And then if you want issue templates and pull requests, I do recommend issue templates. Although I have noticed that GitHub has started. So with some defaults, oh no, it was on the EdiHub project. Maybe because we've got something in the org, I'm not sure. But I was really surprised. I think we might have done something, or someone else has done something in the EdiHub org. What you could do is just kind of, steal some existing templates. So if you went to, for example, the creator registry and went to issues and you liked, say that, bug, for example, if you liked it or like part of it, you could go and copy the file out and then remove and change anything you don't need. I don't think you need to write it from scratch every time. One thing I found really, really helpful for bugs is where did you find it? Like, is it on production deployed version or is it locally? And what version are they using? And do they want to work on it or not? It just avoids a lot of the questions back and forth. Discussions are super, super important, but you want to kind of discuss the more important things. Before I forget, let me just put this pairing. We're going to be coding next Sunday, and we're going to be building a real world project. So I'm keen to for all of you to join next Sunday. I'll need your help as well. So yes, we're going to be building a project from scratch, from the repo, from Next.js, from Prisma, like the full works. Cool. But yeah, no, I think it looks good. You've got project. I don't know if you're using project boards. If you're not, maybe hide it as well. And I would use GitHub Actions maybe just to build the project. I don't know if you have any like commands like to run lin to run build. If you do, just run those on a GitHub action, even if you don't deploy it or don't actually do anything. But that looks pretty good. It's in orgs, I believe. Okay, cool. You got some templates ready? Nice. Okay, awesome. So anyone else want to share any projects they want reviewed, GitHub orgs, or even profiles? I mean, this is not part of the plan. And sorry to, oops, I'm going to go to your profile. Sorry to pick on your profile as well. But as no one else is sharing and wants to shout out. Oh, we've got Esther here as well. Hey, Esther, how you doing? Awesome to have you here. I know you have lots of cool projects that you can share and stuff as well. GitHub action will be soonish. ESLint coming soon. Okay, makes sense. Awesome. Sounds good. People liking your project and liking your profile. Awesome. It's quite scary to bring your profile up. If it helps, you're all welcome to give me some feedback on my profile. Any feedback, good, bad, etc., is appreciated. But just to show that I'm not only selecting yours, you can come and have a look at mine. So feel free to go have a look at it and let me know what you think. But yeah, I think it's a really good photo as well, because it you can see the eyes, and I think that just makes it more personal. I think that's really, really good. You've got a description, and you've got where you work, you've got your location. I think location is really important, and you've got the new time zone feature, which is quite nice. And you're sponsoring loads of people. That is awesome. And you've got loads of achievements, and you're part of some organizations. Looks really good. I'm not a huge fan on these widgets, but that's just a personal opinion. And you haven't got too much else there, so I think it's okay. I just think when people have like a page or more of a profile, a customized profile, and they add the widgets, I think the widgets go. But yours is nice and short and concise, so that's cool. And you've got 4 pinned repos. I think 2 or 4 is the sweet number. 6, I think, is too much. Wow, you got a lot of contributions. Awesome work. But yeah, it looks good. I would just try and maybe do some more code reviews just to get the 4% into double figures, maybe like 10%, 11%, just to look a bit healthier. But otherwise, no, look, awesome profile. So yeah, nice. Sorry for picking on you. You're all welcome to pick on me now if you want to have a look at mine. Let's have a look. Oh, Paid Lancer. Yes, you made that open source, Esther. Let's have a look at that. I'm super keen to have a look at that. That'd be great. I forgot to press approve. You just hit the merge. Yes, do that extra step and do that approve. It really makes your profile look more kind of full. So yes, I went through a phase of doing that, and sometimes I still do it. But yeah, we must try and remember to approve. Makes sense. Makes sense. Esther, can you share your project? Let me have a look. I don't know if I've got. Is it Mona Code Lisa? Here we go. Here's Esther. Oh, Esther, how do I think have you changed your profile recently? Well, we haven't reviewed it on a live stream. Actually, let me just share the profile links if you want to follow people, and I'll share Esther's in a minute as well. Here we go. Drop people a follow. Go check them out and support them. So great photo. Great t-shirt, by the way. I think some GitLab swag arrived for me at home, but I haven't. I say at home in the UK. I'm still in Portugal for another 4 weeks. Description like that. Okay, you've got. I didn't think about tagging other kind of projects or orgs. These organizations. I think they're organizations. We'll have a look at this in a minute. So keen to learn more about that as well. You're 2 hours ahead. You got your website and your socials. Awesome. And you're sponsoring people as well. I love that. That's awesome. And then you've got kind of organizations as well. This is interesting, this top one here. Is this dynamic, or did you like make it? I haven't seen that one before. This is interesting. What I would suggest, though, I don't know what other people think, is I would put syntax highlighting on that, and then I would also indent this one, just make it a bit easier to read, is what I would suggest. But yeah, looks good. Wow, a lot of contributions as well. I need to work harder this week on my contributions. Yeah, and the same goes for code reviews as well, and issues in progress. Just try and get them to double figures, I suppose. I'm interested to look at your. I know you talked about your Paid Lance, and I kind of jumped into your profile, so apologies, Esther. I see. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so let's have a look at Paid Lancer. I saw this on Twitter, and I was quite keen to learn more about it. Redefining freelance works. This is an organization. And you've got a website, and you've open sourced it. So let's go have a look at the project. Super, super exciting. So is this like an Upwork open source alternative? This looks really good. Been going for about 3 weeks, I think. And you've got 8 stars already. Nice work. And you've got 6 lines of tags. I think that will probably be, for me personally, like the absolute max. I wouldn't go any further, otherwise it's too much, but looks good. Yeah, Upwork, finance, money, open source. Yeah, they look good. No releases. I would suggest either creating a release or potentially hiding it for now and then bringing it back later. I see you've hidden Wiki up the top because you're not using it, which is good. I always think hide things you're not using. Packages, again, if you're going to create a container like Docker or something like that, you could use that. Or for now, I would hide packages. You could just hit the cog I don't have it obviously on your repo, but on my repo, you have a cog up here, and you can just toggle them. This goes for anyone else as well. Just toggle the ones you're not using off. Am I using deployments on this? No. It looks like it's not showing on ours, but it's ticked. Okay, I'll untick it anyway. Save. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Hide things that you're not using. I like it how you've got a screenshot. You've got the link up here again. I don't know if that's needed. Well, just a personal preference, I suppose. And it's a good size README, so you could add extra now and later on change it as well. So looks good. You've committed VS Code. I'm curious why. I always ignore these. I'm just curious if there's any particular reason why you've committed that. Oh yes, insights. This is the other thing. Community standards. Yeah, full house. Nice. Looks good. Really good. So you've got actions and you've got templates and you've got labels. Oh, I didn't check Bjorn, hopefully I pronounced it right, one for labels. Labels is a really good one. So yeah, that looks really good. And actions, what have you got in actions? Assign with take. I've never used that. How does that work? Do you find people fight over it? That's my biggest concern. I want to give someone 2 weeks to work on it and before I assign it to someone else. So maybe look at the chat. Chat's been busy. Yeah, Upwork alternative for the most part. Okay, cool. Awesome. Default labels. Yeah, I've only just recently added some labels to ours as well. So I put status ready for dev. Oh, that one's assigned to you as well. But then I've got awaiting triage as well. So I added those recently because I found that's quite useful because otherwise people wanted to work on things that weren't ready yet. So I've just added those 2 labels to the standard one, which I thought was really useful. So I recommend those, adding those. But yeah, looks good. Where are you hosting or both of you? Where are you hosting your projects? I'd be curious to know. I've just started moving over Eddy Hub projects to our new private like Heroku Vercel instance. Awesome. Okay. So what else have we got to have a look at? Everyone's quite shy in the chat. Look, we're friendly. We're here to support your projects. Oh, I didn't copy paste these in, did I? That's really bad on me. I didn't put them in the chat. Let me put this in the chat if people want to see it. I think I missed the mind map one. Did I paste that in? I can't remember. My memory's so bad, so I have to like write everything down. Let me just copy it and paste it again. There we go. And then I think I go back one. I think the project. No, let me go find the project. I don't think I shared the mind map project. Mind map. Here we go. Let me share that in the chat. Make it easier for people who want to go check out those projects and follow the star the projects. Do support people by starring the projects, and drop them a follow as well. Like I said, I'll bring mine up so you can all kind of pick holes in mine as well. I don't mind. Let's have a look. Mine's on Netlify. Okay. With Netlify variables, which I need for Superbase. Okay, so it's Netlify and Superbase. Okay, cool. Bjorn, I hope I pronounced that right. I need another audio file, or I need to find the one you sent me. I'm so sorry, I have forgotten how to pronounce it. Hopefully I'm not too far off. Is VPS. Okay. One thing about VPS is I worry that the app doesn't restart if it crashes. So that's why I've started using Cat Rover for Eddy Hub, but there was a little bit of downtime for deployments, which is a bit sad. Yeah, we can take a look at that one as well, and then we'll look at VJs next because it's quite a quiet day today, so that's good. Okay, so I go back to yours, and I can't copy from StreamYard, so let me try and type it out. Where is it? Hyphen API. I think I had it in my history. API. Workbench. Is this the organization? Okay, cool. Let's have a look at this. Is this the right place? So let me check. So I haven't looked at this before, I don't think. So this is new. So awesome. VJ, we will have a look at yours next as well. Let me just share this in the chat as well. Make it easier for anyone, because you can't copy from YouTube and you definitely can't copy from StreamYard. So I'll share it before I forget. Best tools to monitor and measure API performance. Okay, cool. So these are the people. Okay, awesome. Oh, Esther's there as well. Cool. Looks good. Oh, I like how you've got roles. So developer, quality assurance, reviewer, developer, quality assurance, reviewer. I think that's really good. What's this Git role rank? There seems to be like an image missing on that. I'd potentially remove the column if that service you were using no longer works, but I'd be interested to know more about it. Is it clickable? It is clickable. Let me click it and see where it goes. This is the thing that Esther had in her profile. Got you. Okay. I see. Overall rank, reliability. Okay, I haven't seen that before, so that's new. But yeah, interesting why it's not showing the previews on here. You can configure everything to be an auto restart. Okay. Do you use a specific tool to say PHP or Node, or do you have something more generic? Okay, so let's have a look. So I like this customized organization. You've got the roles and the people. I think that's really good. I wonder if we have that on EddieHub. We probably should do the same. Project parts, okay. Looks good. You got one pinned. I would maybe suggest putting two just to make a bit more user space. Okay, looks good. Any repo you want to particularly look at as well? I think the organization looks good. I don't know if that's a bit long. Could you somehow, I don't know, maybe like have a support repo, or if you've got like your .github repo, for example, and maybe move some of that to the documentation in there, potentially make it a bit shorter, because you delay, in my opinion, and I could be wrong here, it's just my suggestion, I think you're delaying people getting to the repos. So maybe just a bit on the long side. What does everyone else think in the chat? Okay, cool. Yeah, have a check and let me know. Issues may be interesting. Okay. The repo name is issues. Is that correct? Here we go. Issues. Okay. So this issue repository is for TypeScript framework meant for performance test. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, you've actually got a website here. Let's have a quick look at the website. Just want to quick see. Got you. Okay, cool. Have a look at that later on. Let's have a look. What's everyone's first impressions? You got issues, it's good. You got pull requests. Are you using discussions? You probably are if it's shown. Okay, cool. I need to use discussions more. And you're even using project board. Nice. And it's been updated quite recently. Looks good. Yeah, new project boards are so awesome. Okay, cool. Looks good. You've got topics, releases, and you got deployments. And then packages is not here because it's hidden, which is good if you're not using it. I bet you it looks pretty good in the standards as well. Yeah, nice. Looks really good. What else can we suggest? I don't know if you need a bit more in the README. Maybe take someone, like what should they do in this repo, I suppose. I don't know, maybe some steps or some more call to actions. But otherwise, it looks really good. 44 contributors, looks great. We can have a look at the issues themselves. Great use of labels. Only thing I would suggest is, let me click on labels and have a look, because I've got difficulty. You've got senior, no, low code, junior, intermediate. I like having a difficulty rating. We use points in EddieHub, but the principle is the same. What I would probably suggest is that maybe reword senior and junior. I don't know. I just don't like those terms. There isn't a great alternative either, but maybe put something more. And then the word experience. I don't know what best word to use is. It's just, I don't know, someone who is someone who's maybe in the middle wouldn't ever want to pick a junior one and wouldn't ever want to pick a senior one, even though they probably could do it. I just think they might just be put off by it, or that's going to be too easy, or that's going to be too hard. So I would just maybe try and use something. And then difficulty, I think maybe even the word difficulty is a tough one, because difficulty immediately implies it's difficult. So I don't know. Again, I'm terrible at naming things. I'm not trying to say, it's just my first impressions, and it's something I don't usually talk about. So I'm really glad we can discuss it, because I'd love to see what people think in the chat as well. Great to see others supporting as well. Okay, this is the central issue repository, monorepo. Okay, labels are nice. You'll have a look. Yeah, let me know what you come up with. I don't know. I don't know what we put here. We call it points. I don't know if you want to call it, like, I don't know, effort or level. Maybe level. That doesn't imply it's easy or it's hard. So you can have level colon, and just to see what it looks like, I could just change it in here. So rather than level, so maybe like that's a level intermediate, then it would be level, maybe not junior, maybe like, again, this is quite an interesting discussion, and it's not something we usually do. So instead of level, we could just say something like, oops, this stupid Grammarly, go away. So annoying. So you got level, and then instead of junior, I don't know, like starter, beginner, I don't know, something like that. And then also the same with senior. I don't know. What do people think? Naming is so hard, and I'm the worst at it. So instead of senior, maybe put, again, expert's not great. Experienced, I don't know if I like that either. I'm not sure. What do you think in the chat? Yeah, so Estes is experience, and I think that makes sense, but it might just put some people off who could do it. Level experienced. Yeah, I mean, again, something to have to think about. I don't think we have anything. What do we have on the Eddie Hub for difficulty? I need to add some, I think. I might put levels or stick with points like I did on BioDrop. Yeah, I'll have to have a think and see. It is a tough one. It is definitely a tough one. Starter, intermediate, advanced. Yeah, maybe advanced, I think, actually. Yeah, I think that's the kind of the best out of a bad bunch for naming. So yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that's something I might have to use because points confuses people. So I might try that for us. I'm gonna steal that idea from yours. I don't know what color I want to have it, but I want to have level. So level, we can say, what do we say? Not beginner, starter. Difficulty. I hate the word difficulty. Difficulty level. Level, not level. Effort. Knowledge required. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. What color can we go for? Green. Purple. If we use purple, purple's good first issues. Maybe not. If we use blue, blue's documentation. Brown's Docker. This Illuminous greeny thing might have to do. Okay, let me copy that. So level, and then we can go level intermediate, and I can paste that in. And here we can go effort, knowledge required. And then we'll do one more, which is level. What did you go for? Advanced. Effort, knowledge required. Something like that, maybe. And I can then assign that to ours as well. Cool. I love these discussions. So cool. Okay. If I see level start, I think someone is giving me a subscription plan. Oh, okay. It was all good until that comment. You think so? Okay. Starter. Advanced, intermediate. Okay, kind of, you've ruined starter for me now. I liked it, Esther. I liked it. Now I don't like it anymore. Let me have a drink and my nice coffee, and then see. Drop the coffee mat on the floor. Let's see, what can we have as a starter then? In my mat, 1 second. DevRelCon Japan. When I went to Japan last year? Yeah, last February. DevRelCon. What have we got? It's okay, Esther, but I'm glad you mentioned it now rather than later. It's funny when sometimes you make a decision and everyone's like, yeah, great. And you start using it on socials and you start using it in documentation and someone comes along and goes, well, actually, I thought that was a very good idea. Well, why did you say it was good? So no, perfect. I'm glad you mentioned it now before I start taking screenshots and applying it to different repos and sharing on socials. So no, perfect. No, makes sense. Don't be sorry. I was only teasing. I was only joking. It's perfect. Okay. Advanced, intermediate. I don't want to say beginner. This is why I thought points was quite useful, but then people didn't really get points. So points, although I thought it was a great idea, in reality, it wasn't a great idea. I think this is more self-explanatory, I should say. But maybe not starter. What have we got? ChatGPT? Starter. What do people think in the chat? While you're thinking, let me just share this live stream I've got for next week. So we have to do all of this again for a new repo, new coding. And I'm really keen for people to come and, pair with me. So join me next week. So next Sunday. Just share that in the chat. Set a reminder. Hopefully get some thumbs ups. Okay, cool. So, no ideas. Let me think. Starter. Novice. No, novice for me, again, seems like it's calling someone a beginner, which is true. There could be a beginner, but there's such a negative connotation to it, I think. So sorry, I don't like novice. Chat. No, what's it? I don't use ChatGPT. What is it? Chat. Is it open chat or something? How do you use ChatGPT? I don't even know what the thing is. I have no idea. I was going to ask ChatGPT, but I don't even know how to get to it. Naming is so hard. Spend so much time naming things. More ideas, people. Keep throwing them out there. Keep throwing them out there. I could use a thesaurus. I can't spell it. I don't know. I spelled it wrong. Yes. Autocomplete. So let's go beginner. What have we got? Amateur? No. I don't know what any of these ones mean. Trainee? No. A starter is there, but yeah, Esther ruined that for me. Okay. Okay, maybe not beginner. I'll put. Actually, I could click on these. I think if I put amateur. Okay, that's not really helpful at all. Simple. ChatGPT said novice. This is why I don't trust ChatGPT. Effort. Yeah, but we've got level. So do you think we should change? We have to change the word level to effort. But effort could be different from me to different to you, for example. So that's why I don't know if effort is good. Oh, it's so hard. Naming a variable and adding a commit message is harder than coding. It so is, VJ. It so is, absolutely. Effort simple. But then if we're going to change it to simple, then it would be effort. Sorry, if we're going to change it to effort, it would be effort intermediate, effort advanced. Does that make sense? Does that work? Yeah, level is also person dependent. Yeah, it's true. Effort then, and then effort, and then what did you say? Effort simple. Entry. Yeah, entry is pretty good. Level. Okay, let's have a look, see how that looks. I just put entry. I told you my English is terrible. Level entry. Let me just save that and just see how it looks. So what do we think? Level or effort? I guess is question 1, and then question 2, entry. Yeah, I think entry works. Yeah, because it means new to project. Okay, we're going to keep level, or what do you think? We change to effort. Effort entry, effort intermediate, effort advanced. Then maybe level. What do you think? Let me know. We can always change it later. Even if you get assigned, when you rename it, it renames it for all. So we could rename level later. But I think that's pretty good. And then I can assign difficulty to all of these. Okay, cool. Well, let me close the thesaurus. But yeah, I'll go back to your labels again. You've got 46 labels. Let me have that. Oh, you've got an impact label as well. So you've got components. You've got, did you just rename these? Were they leveled before? And you got impact. Okay, interesting. I don't know if impact, does that mean, okay, very important issues, high priority. I envisage impact to be slightly different, but also I see priority as different to impact, because even if there's like, I don't know, a comma missing in a JSON file, the effort is small, but the impact is large, and the priority is high in this case. And you've got size as well. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting. Size is a good one. I'm trying to keep my labels super simple though. So yeah, no, it's really interesting. This is why I love looking at other people's repos, because it's just so interesting how they do it. I know we've got VJ's level. Okay, level's good. Hey Misha, how you doing? Okay, so we'll stick with that, and let's have a look at VJ's one. VJ, could you share the path again? Because StreamYard's not the best for scrolling up. And then we'll look at the next project. And then anyone else watching, if you want your GitHub repo, well, if you want your repo, it doesn't have to be on GitHub, or your profile, your GitHub profile, or a profile on anything else that's open source, like GitLab and so forth, or organization, do share it in the chat. If you put in the full URL though, YouTube will remove it and I won't even see it. So just put like the platform and the path. In this case, it is, for example, github.com. So just put GitHub space and then put in the path to it, and I'll find it. Perfect. Thank you, VJ. Let me type that in next. Okay, so we have VJKV5/SnapGrit. Have I spelled that right? Yes, I did. Cool. Okay, so what have we got here? I've got more forks and stars. That sometimes happens. It's quite interesting. I don't know. I always ask people to star the repo if they're gonna fork it. But it's not good or bad, if that makes sense. Doesn't make a difference. Of course, all the animating in looked very good. Cool. You got maybe a few more tags. I don't know. I think you could maybe put a few more in, maybe like double it. So you end up having with 3 lines. It's like 1.5 lines, maybe have 3. Let me just share this in the chat. I can share it in the chat, and hopefully YouTube won't remove it for me. Okay. And then people can hopefully start the project and support. Looks good. Contributors, deployment. You've got no releases. Maybe create a release. The project's been going for 9 months. So I'm pretty sure you have releases. You have no tags. So I'm guessing you have no releases either. I highly recommend doing that. For me, that shows the releases are just so important to me, to show me that the project's serious. Okay, what is everyone else's first impressions? What else have we got? Logo up there looks good. Description, live link, how to get started with the project. That should not be npm install. If you've got a package log file, which you have, that should be npm ci. Actually, let me make a note on that. I want to make another video on that. So let me just quickly make a note on that myself, so I can make a video on that. I think that's pretty useful. Okay. Right, where was I? I love it. Creative ideas from all of you, so that's good. Okay, interesting way to do that. I haven't seen it done that way before. Usually they say just copy the example file. So usually they say if I go back to create a registry, I thought the standard was, and I could be wrong here, is create a .env .example, and then people can copy it to .env and then just replace what they need. So you could have some defaults and then have the blank ones. I don't know, just a suggestion. I don't know if someone wants to raise an issue and then you can have a discussion on it, but just my thoughts. Okay, so yeah, I would recommend changing that to CI though, because otherwise everyone's going to update the lock file over and over and over again. Or if you don't want that, then you're going to, in their pull request, going to say, or please, please remove it from your pull request. And it just becomes a lot more complicated. npm start. Okay, cool. Do you have a version for dev, or is it? If I go to package JSON, what have we got? Scripts. Test and build. Okay, so no, it's the only one that you've got, so that's fine. And then you could, in GitHub Actions, hopefully you're running some of those as well. Actually, you have no GitHub Actions running by the looks of it. No, so what I would suggest is in your GitHub Action, run the scripts. So I would run a formatter or format in the scripts. I would run, okay, you got no test, that's fine, but run a build, make sure it builds correctly and make sure it starts as well, or make sure it builds. I think it's the important one. I would recommend, but otherwise it looks really good. It seems popular as well. Nice work. Did I share it in the chat? I think I did. Yes, I did. Cool. Cool. Love the support from each other. That's awesome. Great work, everyone. It's an old project. When was you last month? It doesn't seem too old, so it's good. I love it that everyone supports each other. Why CI not install? So, okay, great question. So, sorry, I didn't explain that. With install, it's not going to use the lock file. It's going to use the package JSON file. And so therefore, it's going to update the lock file with potentially newer versions. And then when they make a commit and a push to their pull request, for example, their branch, it's going to always, even though they fix a typo, it's always going to contain changes to the lock file. And then you'll have conflicts, and it will then deploy with a different version of dependencies that might not have been tested properly yet. So if it's a library, some libraries do not have the lock file, and so you have to do npm install. But that's very rare. Libraries do that, so they're not too restrictive. But 99% of the time, there is a lock file in the project, and you don't want people to change it. You only want to change it when you update dependencies or add a new dependency or something like that. So it should be npm CI, which means it will take the versions out of the lock file. And then, whereas npm install ignores the lock file and just uses the package JSON file. So that's what I recommend. So you'll see in ours, create a registry, we have npm CI. But still, people run npm install, and then they fix a typo, and then we do not accept their pull request, and so you got to make the changes. But this wasn't me. I didn't change the log file. It happened automatically. Well, you ran the command to change it. So you need to undo those changes. We don't want those changes in, unless, like I said, you're adding a dependency or updating a dependency. While everyone's here, let me share the creator registry as well. And you can start my project too. Let's have a look. It takes the versions, yes. So npm CI is the best one to use. And then npm install only when it makes sense, like a specific reason to do it. Cool. God, we've almost been going for an hour already. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, as you're all here and being super supportive, what have you got coming up content-wise? I mean, I've shared some of your GitHub repos and orgs, but I'd love to shout out something else that you've got going on, any live streams, any Twitter spaces. Let me know, and I'd love to share it on the live stream as well, to get you all a shout out. Like I said, I appreciate you taking the time to come and support my live stream. So let me know how I can help you as well. 1099 to improve. README. Which project's that on? Not this one. Let me see which project. I'm guessing on your project. If I go back, this one. 1099. Here we go. Opened 1 minute ago. Cool. Sounds good. Good first issue. Cool. Looks good. We'll leave that up on the screen for a few minutes, see if someone wants it. Cool. Thanks. Yeah, was it Esther who used the take command, or I can't remember who was using that. I was curious to know if people request the issue and they use a take command, what stops people from stealing it from each other? Do you then like have a limit on no one else can take it for a certain amount of time? So I'd be curious to know about that. And then once that time's up, if anyone else has requested it in that time, does it automatically go to the next one, or does it just go to the next person that requests it after the time elapsed? So I'd be curious to know. Needs triage label blocks. Okay. Cool. So what else? What else have we got going on? I think there's too many shy people. We've got 10 people in the audience. You're all too shy. Do say hi. We're all super friendly. And you can come geek out with us in the Eddie Hub Discord as well, between live streams. So yes, that would be good. And what else have you got up to today and this week? I've got a pull request to review. Maybe I could, if anyone needs to get the stats up for reviewing pull request, I can share this in the chat, and you can also review it with me as well. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. This is the footer. What was the latest change? I cannot remember. I don't know why the extra space is needed here, so let's just remove this space. There we go. Commit. I don't know if this has been formatted correctly. So what I'm going to do is actually going to switch to the, let me bring my terminal up. Actually, I can just bring my VS Code up. Where's my VS Code? I'll bring VS Code up and just switch this branch and then just see if they formatted it correctly. Okay. VS Code wants to access the iCloud drive. Okay, I don't really mind. Right. So let me make it a bit bigger for you all. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Okay, right. Should go to the right directory, it would help. Okay, second time lucky. Here we go. This looks better. Okay, this is the project. Actually, make it full screen. So what I was thinking of doing is if terminal, if I just grab this, I can use, am I blocking it on the, no, I'm not blocking it. Okay, good. So I could do GitHub, PR, checkout, and then I'll just paste that in. And then the GitHub CLI helps me switch to it. I have a password. I'm using SSH. So I switch to that branch and I can check that my directory is clean. And then if I go back to here and I can just open this file directly. So if I copy this and then just see if it needs formatting. So let me switch that back. And I just hit save. I've removed the line break is already gone. But if I just hit save, that's how it adjusts it. So it adjusts it quite differently. I think it's probably removed blank lines at the end and stuff as well. Oh, it changed the quotes. So they've got their set up incorrectly because they actually changed single quotes, double quotes, which doesn't make sense. So yeah, I can merge it to a temporary branch and fix it, or I can put comments in. I don't know what would you do? What would you suggest? This should remain as double quotes to be consistent with our project. Please check you are using our prettier settings. I could try and change it all, I suppose. So if can I select two lines now, put a comment in there in the middle? I've probably messed that up. So I could probably maybe fix it. So if I copy those two and then here is the fix. Okay, add single comment. There you go. And then what else has it done? And it's changed this line into a single line. And so I can just put that like so. Oh, indentation is going to be wrong, isn't it? So let me go like so. There we go. And then this 2 as well. I think it's 2. Yeah, 2. Looking at the blue lines on the left, which is copy and data version. Copy and data version. So it's currently 1 line. Oh, remove that. Paste that. There we go. There we go. What do you think? How do you all review things like that? I'm curious. Let me see what I missed in the chat. I saw it's not very effective. Even the original open source, people tend to ignore instructions on the take. Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, thanks for letting me know. That's good to know. X profile review. No, we're not doing Twitter reviews, but that's a live stream we could do if that's something you're interested in. At the moment, it's GitHub, GitLab reviews. Yeah, I've had some CI issues I need to fix on porting one of our projects over and containerizing it in Docker on EdiHub. So I've got some bugs to fix on that. That's a pain when a mentee doesn't show up. Yeah, I find it heartbreaking when someone doesn't show up. I'm like, maybe they don't like me. Yeah, GitHub Actions is a great CI, and the GitLab one is really good too. How to get sponsor in GitHub. Be consistent. I mean, I had people in EdiHub Discord wanting to become maintainers on a project, but they've never contributed to that project, never helped anyone on that project. It's just not going to work. To get sponsors, I don't know how many I've got now. I've got a few. What's the word? Be consistent on a project, I think is the best way. I would usually just do the reformatting myself. Would you do the reformatting after you've merged it to a temporary branch? Or would you do it in bits like I've done, but it's creates a lot of notifications, so I don't really like that. I don't want to scare someone off with all the notifications. I tell them to use revert selected range in VS Codes. Okay, so I'm kind of keen to get people's PRs merged as soon as possible. So I might just go through. I will fix in another comment. So I'm just going to commit this because I'm keen to get people's pull request merged. So I'm going to commit this and just commit that, and then I can merge the pull request. I mean, that's what I'm keen to do. There you go. I think that looks better. So we can actually see their changes, because before they were changing lines that they shouldn't have been changing, but it wasn't them. I guess it's the Prettier tool is set up not to use our projects prettier. They're overriding it. So this is what it looks like. I think it looks good. So I'm just going to say I made the formatting changes, or I should say, thank you for your contribution. I never want to put people off. I want people to learn from it and contribute more. Thank you for your contribution. I have made the formatting changes so we can get this merged. There we go. I'll approve it. I have updated it to be not issue, should be closes. Closes. Update. So when I do this, it does close the issue. Okay, squash, feature, GitHub link in footer. Okay, squash. Let's go. It should be deploying out, and the issue should be closed as well. Cool. Okay, so we can go to actions and watch that run and deploy out. It's going to create a release first. I squashed the changes. Yeah, I definitely squashed the changes, but they'll get all the notifications for me doing the inline comments is the only thing. There you go. So the release has been created, and now it's going to publish the Docker, or create the Docker, publish the Docker, and then it will deploy. So we will be able to, in the footer down here, so this is 024, and we are currently building 0.25. So this will change to 25, and then we should see the GitHub link on the right. So yes, shortly. I love the GitHub action that allows me to comment on new contributors' pull requests automatically. Which action is that? Can we have a look at an example? That's interesting. I don't think I know that one. You have to let me know where that is. I think that could be quite interesting to see. Okay, come on, deploy. And I have got a bug. Our deployment happens 4 times, and I don't understand why, because there's only like one trigger for it. So if you look at our GitHub action for the deployment, here we go. Workflows, deploy. It deploys on publish, or on the package being published, and only one package is published, pushed to the container registry. So it should only be one. If we look at packages for creators registry, 2 days ago, 18 hours ago, and then there'll be a new one in a minute. So there'll only be one published. I don't know why it deploys 4 times. I don't know if that's us or it's GitHub, but it happens on all our repos. Okay, it's still doing that. Let me read the chat while we're waiting for that. Okay, let me have a look at that. How can I copy that text? I can't. Okay, I'll type it in manually. See, 4 deployments to Caprova, but it makes no sense. Can we see what the trigger is? Is it because we've got multiple versions? I don't think so. Like Node? I don't think so. We've only got one. Let's have a quick look. Workflows, deploy. Node version 18x. Is it because there's a strategy and it's doing it for each version? I think I got this from their official docs, so I don't think so. I mean, if I go to, it's very, very quick, but that could explain why our site goes down for a bit of a long time. Does it say what version? It says 18x, but does it say what version it used? And we can see if there's 4 different versions. I wonder if that could be the issue. Operating system. Can I expand this? Ubuntu, image, Ubuntu. Where's the Node version? Nope. Just so I can compare it to the other actions and see. Did anyone see it? Look at the chat. Hey, Krish, how you doing? Always late. Yeah, we're finishing soon. I can't see the Node version, but I wonder if I can see a difference. If I open the actions up, and this will say 25, exactly. And if I open the last one up and see if I can notice any difference. That looks the same. So that all looks the same, but that's like that should be the same. It's more like the node 16.6, and this one is node 16.6. Yes, I don't know why it runs 4 times is the only thing. So I need to have a look at that. Like I said, it's their official GitHub action. Right, I don't know why it runs 4 times. And it should have deployed. So if I refresh, you can see it's got the GitHub link at the bottom right. We just style up our links a little bit better. But if I click that, it should go to there. Perfect. Hey, Krish, what do you think of the creators registry? Let me know. I don't see you on there, Krish. How much do you charge for creating content? All right, let me just check out this pull request. It's on, here we go, API bench, yes, chart plugins at the one, standard filter, pull request 3. This is 4. Let me go to 3. Okay, so what am I looking for? Is it Code Rabbit or something else? Let me know what I'm looking for. Comment on new I love the GitHub action that allows me to comment on a new contributor's pull request automatically. Release notes. Commit. I guess Dependabot. That's CodeRabbit. This is the GitHub action. Is it this one that you mean? After CodeRabbit. Okay, yeah. So this one. Okay, so the GitHub action so this is automated all the time. Okay, I see what you mean. I'll have to have a look at some of these shout out issues. Looks quite interesting. Let me see what Chris has been saying. Late everywhere. I don't create content. My Twitter has been inactive for 3 months. Oh wow. Okay, I didn't realize that. I hadn't seen you much on Twitter actually. Okay. Yeah. So this will be the same one every time. I used to do that a lot, and I've kind of reduced it now. Okay. So there's no label shoutouts, but I'm quite interested. So important shoutouts for first-time contributors. Nice. That's cool. I really like that. I think giving credit where credit is due, because we can't pay contributors unless you got funding. But giving them a shout out, I think it's really, really good. So yeah, I want to have a look at it. I'll leave this open so I can have a look at it and get some ideas, because I do appreciate that. I think it's really good. What call was this? I think we're all missing out on a call. Let us know. Okay, but this is probably a good time to end the stream. It's been over an hour. I need to top up on my drink. And thank you all so much for supporting the live stream. Like I said, we have one next week where we will be doing coding, and we'll be setting up a project. I need your help to set up the project, and we will be coding the project from scratch. Let's see how far we can get. We are going to be doing this project as a best practice project. So it's not necessarily about moving super fast. It's about moving correctly. So I want to use feature flags because Sarah's going to be managing part of this project, so she can control like notifications for guests, for members. And then it's a great way for people to get their open source project shouted out. This project is going to be a open source health check. So the tips that I do manually is actually going to give you those suggestions already via the app. We're going to build that together. Not all on the live stream, but we'll start it and then we'll build it over the next 3 months. And then Sarah's going to kind of manage all the messages and the operations. But yes, we need your help and see how we can make this project super, super useful. I did do a small video on it. I think it's in the description. So to give you a brief idea, I think, what it might look like. Here we go. So I just pause that. That's what I did. So you've got a description URL on topics. I want to do the RAG status. So red, amber, and green. But I've got a list of 21 items that we should check in the repository. And we can also add organizations to that potentially. So we've got lots of ideas of what we can do. And yeah, we're gonna do this, like I said, with best practice. We're gonna add automated testing, lots of cool stuff happening. And Krish, you'll be happy to know we will be using Prisma again, because I'm really enjoying using Prisma. So that has definitely been good fun. But yes, that's next Sunday, same time. So hopefully I'll see you all there. Oh, the coffee and tea chat that you mentioned earlier. Yes, you're right. Good luck with your homework and stickers, Krish. I hope all is good. Look forward to catching up again soon. I will be moving I know you're a maintainer on the Eddie Hub website. I will be Dockerizing that and moving that from Vercel to our private Heroku for Eddie Hub, which is we're using Cat Rover at the moment. So I will be doing a bit of work on that project, hopefully this week also. But anyway, I'll chat to you all in Discord throughout the week. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you again for joining me today. And I'll chat to you during the week, and I will see you here again next Sunday for another live stream. So thanks, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye.